Welcome to a place of calm, warmth, and gentle stories. This is Dreamweave Tales channel, where soft-spoken tales help you unwind and drift slowly into sleep. Let your thoughts rest, close your eyes gently, and let the story carry you to peaceful dreams. You're safe here. Let's begin. In a valley known as Verdant Glen, where every leaf seemed to whisper a secret and every stone told an ancient tale, lived a quiet young woman named Mila. Mila wasn't like the other villagers who focused on growing the biggest pumpkins or carving the finest wooden toys. Her greatest joy was collecting glimmering dust, tiny, almost invisible specks of light that danced in sunbeams and settled on dew-kissed spiderwebs. Most people saw them as just dust, but Mila believed they held tiny fragments of forgotten wonders. She was the keeper of the glimmering dust. The people of Verdant Glen were kind, but lately a subtle weariness had settled upon them. They were so busy chasing grand achievements or waiting for big, exciting events that they often missed the quiet magic happening all around them. The once vibrant air of the glen felt a little dull, and the villagers' conversations were less about shared joy and more about future plans or past regrets. Their inner light, once sparkling like the dust Mila collected, had grown a bit dim. Mila, with her keen eye, noticed this change. She saw how the villagers hurried past a patch of wildflowers without a glance, or how they missed the intricate patterns of frost on a winter morning. Their threads of connection, usually bright with shared wonder, seemed to pass each other by, unnoticed. She believed the true magic of life lay in the tiny, overlooked details, and that the village had somehow forgotten how to see them. One year, a long, quiet winter arrived, colder and drearier than usual. The snow fell endlessly, covering everything in a blanket of white that seemed to absorb all sound and color. The villagers retreated into their homes, their spirits growing heavier with each passing gray day. The usual winter festivities felt forced, and whispers of boredom and gloom filled the air. When will the wonder return, they sighed, looking out at the unchanging landscape. Mila, however, found beauty even in the monochrome world. She noticed how the glimmering dust sparkled more intensely on fresh snow, how it clung to the delicate branches of bare trees. She spent her days carefully gathering these luminous specks, placing them in tiny glass vials, each one a miniature universe of light. One freezing afternoon, Mila had an idea. She brought her collection of vials to the village hall, where people sat huddled and quiet. She didn't announce anything grand. Instead, she simply opened a few vials, letting the glimmering dust drift gently into the air. At first, no one noticed. But then, as a ray of weak sunlight pierced through a window, catching the dancing dust, a few people gasped. They saw tiny rainbows swirling in the air, miniature constellations forming and disappearing. Children reached out, giggling, trying to catch the fleeting lights. Adults, at first curious, then captivated, began to point and whisper with a renewed sense of awe. Mila then started to tell simple stories about where she found each dust particle, from the shimmer on a tiny beetle's wing, from the dew on a spider web spun between two ancient trees, from the gentle breath of a sleeping fawn. She encouraged others to look closely at their own surroundings, to find their own glimmering dust in the overlooked details of their homes or the winter landscape outside. Slowly, the villagers began to see. They noticed the intricate patterns of snowflakes on their window panes, the way light played on a simple wooden spoon, the quiet beauty of a single candle flame. The heavy silence in the hall was replaced by murmurs of discovery and shared delight. The threads of connection between them, once dull, began to sparkle with shared observation and genuine curiosity. The long winter didn't feel so dreary anymore. The villagers discovered that wonder hadn't vanished. It was always there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for them to simply slow down and truly see. They learned that true happiness wasn't just about grand events, but about the countless small moments of beauty that composed their daily lives. Mila, the quiet keeper of the Glimmering Dust, reminded them that if they looked closely enough, with gratitude in their hearts and hope in their eyes, they would find that life was always shimmering with tiny, extraordinary wonders. And from that winter onward, the air of Verdant Glen always seemed to hold a little more sparkle, a testament to the magic they had rediscovered within the ordinary.